What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Dermy Wormy, and my Cleopatra video actually got some traction. I got a few comments in there talking about whitewashing history. We don't know the real history. Some people said just say that the Cleopatra video's movie's nonfiction. It's gonna work that way. Nonfiction or fiction? One of the two. I get those two mixed up. I'm out of it. Just say it's not real and move on. Say it's artistic expression. Here's the thing, though. One, we're dealing with a historical character, such as in Anne Boleyn, such as in, Hamilton. Founding fathers are historical figures that are to be respected. These people are in history. You can go back, look at them up, and you'll say, hey, Anne Boleyn actually looked like this. George Washington, Hamilton, and all those guys, they looked like this. Cleopatra was Macedonian, Grecian, and probably looked more like Gal Gadot. This is just fact. We have historical evidence of this. These are facts. Now, there's some other areas, in history where you can say, hey, maybe this didn't happen. Maybe this was here. Who knows? But when you're dealing with actual people, we can look at them. We have evidence to show what they actually look like, who they actually are, so on and so forth. That's why the Cleopatra thing and Egypt are pissed. Egypt's pissed for a very valid reason. This is their history that Americans, Westerners, are coming in, for lack of a better term, blackwashing, Afrocentric, whatever you want to say, history that is not theirs. Western individuals are doing this. It's not their history. Egyptologists, actual Egyptologists, the people that actually know what they're talking about, not the Egyptologists they have over on this show where they're just saying, well, my mom said that she was black, so everybody that denies her is lying. That's not true. But I let her, the director speaks out in this massive op-ed opinion piece. Her little vanity project on Variety, mind you. She says some interesting things, and we're going to go through this. It's going to be a long video, but I want you guys to see what she's actually thinking. Queen Cleopatra director speaks out. What bothers you so much about a black Cleopatra? It is more likely that Cleopatra looked like our actor than Elizabeth Taylor ever did. No. Don't go to Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor's Cleopatra, that's something else. That's not accurate at all. But that was non-fiction? Fiction? God damn. It wasn't real. It was just a story. This is actually supposed to be a documentary. This is supposed to be accurate. These are two different things. Elizabeth Taylor, that was a story, not accurate. Nobody really cares, because the idea was still there. This is supposed to be accurate. This is supposed to be telling you what actually happened. That's the reason of documentaries. Documentaries? Documentaries. But let's get into this. Last summer, I was, that's so vain. Less than a month, I'll actually read this. Last summer, I was living in Venice Beach and had decided, due to a friend's persistence, to visit a fortune teller. Me, ever the skeptic but game for a laugh, agreed to go along. What the fortune teller said made me roll my eyes like I am right now. I'm not saying you are Cleopatra, but somehow you share her story and are connected. Press F to doubt that actually happened. Press F. Less than a month later, I got a call from a production company making Jada Pinkett Smith's African Queens, and was subsequently hired to direct 4 episodes of a drama documentary on the life of the controversial leader. The joke was on me. Documentary. dramatic documentary. You are supposed to be accurate, telling the truth. Now, a lot of documentaries aren't fully telling you the truth, but they have it. The characters, the people playing these people are supposed to look accurate. You're supposed to be accurate. You're not being accurate here. Goes to Vikings. Vikings. Oh, the king of the Vikings, a Jarl, an actual king who we have historical evidence was a white dude. He's now a black whammons. Anne Boleyn, white lady. Whammons. Founding fathers, white dudes, black guys. Are you seeing the picture here? They're trying to rewrite history for bullshit reasons, for identity politics reasons. That's the only reason this is happening. This isn't accurate at all, and that's why people are pissed. I remember as a kid seeing Elizabeth Taylor play Cleopatra. I was captivated, but even then, I felt the image was not right. Yeah, because it wasn't real. It was just it was a movie. It was a story. It was fiction. That's the word I'm looking for. It's not nonfiction. It's fiction. Not real. What? No? Nonfiction? God damn. It wasn't real. I'm getting fiction and nonfiction mixed up. Was her skin really that white? No, it was fuck. If anything, she'd look more like Gal Gadot. Tan. With this new production, could I find the answer about Cleopatra's heritage and release her from the stranglehold that Hollywood had placed on her image? You didn't even release her. You gave her even a worse look. Born in Iran, I am Persian. Yeah, she'd probably have more of your look. And Cleopatra's heritage has been attributed at one time or another to Greek, the Macedonians, and the Persians. She would have been Macedonian, Grecian and Macedonian. She would have had olive complexion. Actually, she probably would have been kind of tan for how long she lived in Egypt, being born in Egypt, so on and so forth. Tanning skin, that's how that happens. She probably would be more tan. The known facts are that Macedonian Greek family, I cannot say this, Ptolemaic lineage, lineage, intermarried with West Asians, Seclida, I don't even know, dynasty, and had been in Egypt for 300 years. Cleopatra was 8 generations away from I'm not even going to try, ancestors, making the chance of her being white somewhat unlikely. She's Macedonian. She would have been tan. Gal Gadot actually would be a proper depiction. Is this hard to understand? History is real. Actually, a lot of the Egyptian kings were white. Shocker! Because Greece ruled them. Oh, my Lord. White, somewhat unlikely. After 300 years, surely we can safely say Cleopatra was Egyptian. Yeah, she was still Macedonian and Grecian heritage. So she lived in Egypt, but she was Macedonian Grecian. She was no more Greek or Macedonian than Rita Wilson or Jennifer Aniston. No, she was still... Inbreeding was a thing. She was still Grecian and Macedonian, and I say more like tan just due to the sun and position of the landscape. That's kind of how these things work. Both are one generation from Greece. Okay, what's your point? Doing the research, I realized what a political act it would be to see Cleopatra portrayed by a black actress. It's politically done. All this is done for politics, for virtue signaling, for BS reasons. They're rewriting her history. She blatantly says it. For me, the idea that people had gotten it so incredibly wrong before, historically, from the Thedia Barra to Monica Bellucci, and recently with Angelina Jolie and Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot and Angelina Jolie probably would be good portrayals of Cleopatra. But again, you're not doing this accurately. You're doing this for political reasons. And she says more. And the running to play her meant we had to get it even more right. You got it even more wrong. The hunt was on to find the right performer to bring Cleopatra into the 21st century. She's dead and you're just ignoring actual truth. But this is how these do. They get Egyptologists that have their same ideas, that actually don't have any real credentials, but they believe in credentialism. They believe in appealing to authority. So they find dumb Egyptologists that don't actually tell truth and just spread more of the political talking points. Why shouldn't Cleopatra be a melanated sister? And why do some people need Cleopatra to be white? We're not saying she needs to be right. We're saying she should be accurate. And this modern times, make her accurate. Make her look like Gal Gadot, for crying out loud. Her proximity to whiteness seems to give her value. And for some Egyptians, it seems to really matter. Because it's their history. It's their story. It's them. Ignoring them shows how much faith you actually have in this, how little you care. You don't care. You're just spreading your politics. And it gets better. It gets better. After much hand-wringing, I think she means hand, and countless auditions, we found in Adala James, probably butchering that, an actor who could convey not only Cleopatra's beauty, but also her strength. What the historians can confirm is that it was more likely that Cleopatra looked like Alda than Elizabeth Tyler ever did. Their historians are bought and paid for. They're Hollywood historians. They're not accurate. Actual Egyptians, actual Egyptologists, people that know their history are pissed. They are angry. Oh, this goes on and on about just how I'm a victim after much as production got near, I realized the magnitude and political nature of this job. See again, political. She's doing this for political reasons, and was important to get things right, but also to find a way to tell the story with humanism and nuance. The last thing we need was another Cleopatra divorced from her womanhood and her power only sexualized. The HBO series Rome portrayed one of the most intelligent, sophisticated, and powerful women in the world as a sleazy, dissipated, drug-addicted, yet Egypt didn't seem to mind. Where was the outrage then? But portraying her as black, well... Oh, yeah, use the argument. Well, they did something, man. Probably more accurate. Hey, our grand heroes did some things that we don't agree with. Abraham Lincoln did some things I highly disagree with. A lot of the founding fathers did things I highly disagree with. I want you to portray them accurately. This is probably accurate. Maybe they didn't have a problem with it for a reason. Perhaps it's not just that I've directed a series that portrays Cleopatra as black, but that I have asked Egyptians to see themselves as Africans. Egypt is in Africa. It is a continent of Africa. You have asked Egyptians who live on the continent of Africa to see themselves as Africans. Oh, it's not like in a continent where multiple races, multiple ethnicities, multiple different skin colors live. Some of them don't look alike. Wow, shocker. They are African. You are being stupid, doing this for political reasons, so on and so forth. And they are furious at me for that. I'm okay with this. Oh, no. You're belittling them. You're treating them with disrespect. This is why they're mad. This is why they don't care. You are showing your true colors. You don't care about them. You're westernizing their history. That's why they're so pissed. Why do you think China didn't like Mulan? Wasn't accurate. Now I get it, Mulan, that's apples and oranges, but China didn't like it because they didn't show it to an actual story when they were promised an actual depiction. Other cultures don't like their stuff being tampered with and bastardized for Western ideals. While shooting, I became the target of a huge online hate campaign. Egyptians accused me of blackwashing and stealing their history. You are. You literally are. Some threatened to ruin my career, which I wanted to tell them was laughable. I was ruining it very well myself. Thank you very much. Oh, that passive-aggressive nature. No amount of reasoning or reminders that Arab invasion had not yet happened and Cleopatra's age seemed to stem the tide of the ridiculous comments. Amir in his bedroom in Cairo wrote to me earnestly appealing that Cleopatra was Greek. Oh, loud! Why would that be a good thing to you, Amir? You're Egyptian. It's their history. Their history. You're not seeing me come out here and say, I want Martin Luther King Jr. to be played by Ryan Gosling. I want Obama to be played by Ryan Gosling. You're not seeing that from me. We only see it from you. We want our characters portrayed accurately. I want Muhammad Ali to be played by a black dude. Why is that so hard to understand? Oh, because these guys don't care about accuracy. They care about their political reason, virtue signaling, on and on. They only care about their ideology. So was Cleopatra black? We don't know for sure. See? She even backtracked saying, well, we don't really know. We don't really know. We're just doing this because they're lying. But we can certain she wasn't white like Elizabeth Taylor. Yeah, we knew that. You're actively, though, destroying and bastardizing their works and then pissing all over Egypt. We need to have a conversation with ourselves about our colorism and the internalized white supremacy that Hollywood has indoctrinated us with. You're trying to indoctrinate us. You're trying to take their history, bastardize it, and state it as fact. The Elizabeth Taylor was a story. It was nonfiction, not real. I'm probably getting that wrong again. God, it's hurting my brain. It wasn't real. Okay? Didn't happen. They just did a story. So trying to use that as evidence, well, we can do a documentary series where we change how she looks. Apples and oranges. Oh. Most of all, we need to realize that Cleopatra's story is less about her than it is about who we are. Again, another deflection from the actual facts. Another deflection from the actual arguments. This is how they argue too. We're going to go this way. We're going to go that way. We're going to go this way. We're going to ignore what the actual arguments are, and we're just going to go every other way. White supremacy, colorism, and it's not really about Cleopatra. Why does Egypt actually care? Every argument in one article. It's almost as if we don't realize that, I'm not even misogynier, I probably butchered that, still has an effect on us today. We need to liberate our imaginations and boldly create a world in which we can explore our historical figures without fearing the complexity that comes with their depiction. There it is. In the end, you know what she's doing. This isn't accurate. This isn't real. Calling it a documentary is laughable. They're doing this to be bullshit artists. They're doing this to rewrite our history, rewrite everybody's history. They don't care. They just want to insert their ideas into everything else. That's why you're getting things like this from Steph, My Nerdy Home. Here's the actual actress for Cleopatra. Just FYI, this kind of behavior won't be tolerated on my account. You will be blocked without hesitation. If you don't like the casting, don't watch the show or do and engage in expert opinion different to yours. Either way, I'm gassed and will continue to be. Now, there are some people saying some heinous things, but as you can see, that's kind of Egyptian. These people are you're going after history that isn't yours. You're gaslighting Egypt. They're not taking it. That's why I hope that lawsuit does get you banned in Egypt. That would be funny. Oh, but you also get this one where she likes it. Very much excited for this. Also, the White Devils have already started making videos and posting misinformation, so be ready for that. Shake my head. Just don't know why it's hard to grasp that she is and forever will be a black woman. She wasn't. That's the thing. They're pushing their ideas onto you. And they're gaslighting you, they're peeing on you, and they're telling you it's raining. That's why people are mad. That's why people are pushing back. Because you are actively disrespecting true history. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments below. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, share it out with friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, guys. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.